The first time someone picked up the product and didn't say a word. Just stared at it. Turned it over slowly. Ran a thumb along the edge. That moment. That silence. That was the reason for everything. Making something that takes people's breath away has a cost. And the cost comes out of the person doing the making. Stay. Because this is not a story about perfection. It is a story about what perfection asks for, and what it leaves behind. 25 years old. Portfolio reviewed 17 times the night before. Hands not quite steady on the train. Apple. Every curve has a reason. Every reason argued over until only the truest version remains. The badge goes on. Infinite loop becomes the whole world. First week. A senior designer pulls a sketch from a drawer. 8 months of work. Not quite right yet. Written down not as a warning. As a goal. Good gets thrown out. The standard is the version where nothing can be removed and nothing needs to be added. Chasing that. Every day. A direction with no finish line. First real project. A detail so small most will never notice. But they will feel it. Watching a stranger use something built, not thinking about it, just using it, that satisfaction most careers never reach. First critique. This corner. This radius. This weight. Not quite there yet. Went back. Fixed it. Presented again. Same words. Same corner. If you've ever worked somewhere where nothing was ever quite good enough, you already know what comes next. Leave a comment. Year 2. The hours stop being hours. Just space between work and more work. The line between working and not working dissolves. No moment to point at. The work is extraordinary. That is the trap. The exhaustion feels like dedication. A product launches. Millions of hands on the same morning. Standing in a cafe. A stranger picks it up. The same silence. The same thumb along the edge. The feeling lasts 40 minutes. Then the next brief arrives. At what point does making beautiful things stop filling you up and start emptying you out? Drop your answer below. Year 3. A meeting. A direction change. 18 months of work. Gone overnight. Updated the file. Closed the drawer. Started again. The file named learnings. Health signals arriving quietly. The back. The eyes. The tension between the shoulders. Appointment rescheduled. Then rescheduled again. Always last in the office. Partner waiting. Always one more thing. A colleague's desk empty overnight. No farewell. Gone before lunch. Another desk. Same story. Different person. Same silence. You are replaceable. The standard is not. Serve it. Then hand it over without leaving fingerprints. The work lives. The maker disappears. Stock refresh arrives. Calculator opened. Math done. Calculator closed. Brief reopened. Glass desk. Campus view. Everything designed. Everything quietly keeping the person exactly where they are. Letter written. Short. True. Sent Thursday morning. Badge gone. Building continuing. Next version already being refined. Outside. Phone pulled out instinctively. Then put away. It is one of theirs. Somewhere quiet. No brief. No deadline. No corner to get right. An uneven cafe table edge. Not reaching for a pencil. An imperfect coffee cup handle. Left alone. World continuing anyway. A door that doesn't close flush. Nobody fixed it. Still here. Learning to sit with imperfection. The eye slowly unlearning. The imperfect table becoming interesting. Not wrong. Just human. The world was here before the standard. It will be here after. Someone in the building right now staring at a corner radius. 6 hours in. They will go home and see it on the ceiling. Believing completely. Watched from a distance. Not warned. Not stopped. Sketching at home now. The corner radius still haunts every line. Measuring edges in supermarkets without meaning to. Cannot turn it off. Holding a competitor's product. Feeling everything wrong with it. Sketchbook filled with refinements done off the clock. Critiquing own handwriting now. It went all the way down. Touching a wooden table. Feeling its imperfection. Not fixing it. Running a thumb along a hardware store edge. Not quite right. Smiling. Old Apple sketches on the floor. Sitting among them. Seeing the years. Watching a child draw. Imperfect. Perfect. Both. A gallery. Handmade objects. Imperfect. Beautiful. Human. An Apple product in a stranger's hand. Worn. Scratched. Still causing that silence. Drawing something for pleasure. No brief. Just the line for its own sake. A flea market. An old imperfect object. Holding it. Smiling. Own old work in a museum display case. Small. Significant. A new Apple product announced. Watching the reveal. Feeling something complicated. Sketching again. For no one. Just for the love of making a line. Apple building at dusk. Someone still inside. Standing outside. Free. Old sketchbook from first year. Every page a younger version. A sunset. Imperfect. Beautiful. Unrepeatable. Old desk at Apple. Someone new there. Sketches already filling the surface. New designer in a critique session. Same words. Same corner. Cycle continuing. The standard will outlast every person who ever served it. Designing something for themselves. Not for a product. Just for joy. An Apple product on a stranger's nightstand. Worn. Beloved. Still causing that silence. Remembering being 25. The train. The portfolio. The unsteady hands. A train taken toward something unknown. Believed in completely. Old Apple badge in both hands. Apartment quiet. Bittersweet. New designer at their desk. First project. Believing completely. Watching from a distance. Not warning. Not stopping. Apple campus at night. Lights on. No longer part of it. Total quiet. Small smile. The products were beautiful. So was the emptiness. Walking into morning light. Sketchbook underarm. Apple behind. Forever. A cafe. Old friend. Laughing about something unrelated to design. Apartment walls bare. No mood boards. Just space. A park. Pigeons walking in random paths. Smiling at the chaos. Cooking a meal. No recipe. Just feeling it out. Hands holding a lump of clay. Shapeless. Just feeling the material. Apple badge in a drawer. Dust on everything. Standing in morning light. Nothing to perfect. Nothing to fix. Just this. One last question. If that portfolio could be opened again, hands slightly unsteady, whole career still ahead, would the train still be taken? Leave the answer below. The products were beautiful. So was the emptiness. And the emptiness, unlike the products, was never quite finished.